Continuamos.
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble in Rosario.
Yo me corro para botar en la caja. Por no tener nada de importancia.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Bueno, algo de... Ver un montón de gente asesinada, entonces tiene sentido que el man llegue como feliz.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Supone, según el play, llegó un 49% del progreso.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
Okay.
There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the 7 High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Gav está ebrio. Hablar con él. Por fin voy a poder hacer side quest de estos. Hunters. Okay. Tiene un montón de opciones. Cazar bichos feos. Ok. Side quests son cacerías. Monster Hunter. Ahora es medio monster hunter, medio bicho.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Sé que no sé la que vende soy.
What can I get you, Sid?
For the whole. Compro eso.
How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stone here. Even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though.
Estoy seguro que esto es un trofeo.
Well, someone's in a good mood. Drink up, you lot. The next round's on Sid.
Pues nada. Y puede ver con mis decisiones.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Oh yeah. Expensive. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. Those men didn't hurt Martha, did they?
Más o menos.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
¿Qué tiene?
Go on then.
Importante. Esto. Para bajarle el. Pero es que no tengo. Música que no voy a comprar. ¿Sí?
It'd better all be here. Rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
No, voy a venderle algo. Algunas cosillas.
Is it business or pleasure?
Nada grande.
Go on then. I'll be thankful you got that much.
No la vendo. ¿Qué? No me gusta cómo ponen estas cosas aquí. Porque... ¿Esto caro? Ah, ok, perfecto. Está bien.
Come again. Oh, don't.
Yeah.
I'm not much
Think it's
bothered
all right to
either
touch
way.
him?
Don't know.
¿Pero dónde saqué
You
el
go
mae?
first.
Vamos aquí.
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here,
Eso me lo
I'd
habían
be
dicho.
taking you for a...
¿Qué? ¿Qué me trae esos negocios? Y no hay nada. Voy para... Por este lado. Ya, ya está. Ya está. Vamos a ir a hacer unas cacerías.
That
Continuamos.
room's as ragged as ghost.
I thought Martha's all right. Yep. Others weren't so lucky.
Estas cosas. A ver. ¿Qué es?
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh, no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Bueno,
Business is busy. Still. Words are immortal.
pues viene de Yara. Siempre.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Ah, ok.
You earned this.
Gracias. Oh,
All yours. All in good time, eh? All done?
¿Tiene?
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Oh, same old. So,
Okay.
oh,
Yo estaba tomando. Estas balas las ignoro.
and Sid. But he's still with us too.
Ah, me gustaría que eso tuviera un log. Estaba jugando. ¿Varias cosas que estaba jugando en el log? Street Fighter tenía log. Que Zelda también. Log. Here.
Anything catch your eye?
¿No? Okay.
Think you can help?
Nectar. Eres el único que he visto.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Moviendo la cabeza en el mismo ritmo que él.
Right. Well, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Canta que los curse breakers están ocupados por el Clive, Sonido. Ok. Vamos.
I don't think so.
Creo que esos bichitos vienen muchísimo. Yo ni siquiera sé cómo vuela. Pues me queda magia. Son muy gorditos. Ok, no me va a poner una ubicación exacta, sino que me va a poner aproximado. ¿Qué hay? Ya lo maté. El que me mató porque idiota me metí en el Doom. Decía. Claro. Este no está muy claro. Los breakers venían en la dirección opuesta. A ver, ¿qué hay?
Once the Dalmecs have laid siege to the Dominion, very little will be leaving Twinside, including the many medicines distilled
Tiene
there.
ropa de muy bien vela como para hacer la que cura. Kinky stuff. Vale. ¿Cuál tiene eso? No está bien. Here we go.
They say removing a brand is almost as painful as getting one.
There was a time I only had eyes for Otto. But then I saw the light, and his name is Cole. That way he looks at you like a frightened fawn who's lost his mother. Oh, if only I could shoot an arrow through his heart.
Voy a hacerlo, pero el resultado no sería el que usted espera. Es un lugar como muy prominente para hacer nada. Qué gigante.
Perhaps they're old enough for the sins of Zemeckis.
And you say Sid built this place?
Well, one can't really build what's been lying around for several thousand years. But it was his idea we claim it for our own.
Cerrado el paso. ¿Qué es? Debe tener un pozo tan alto.
Go on. Eat up. You won't grow fat pecking at hay.
Okay.
What's the matter, Sid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
Tenemos auspicious character y no tengo nombre. Me hablan ese tono también.
Dress is simply fabulous.
In it though. All the ladies.
Ir ahí abajo para hacer el side quest que está pendiente. Y después continuamos. A ver, ¿cómo llego ahí?
Without a ship to carry you there, Drake's breath might as well be on the moon.
Ah, my favorite pupil. Allow me to educate you. Here's the latest information I have.
No aquí porque no ha pasado nada con la gente.
Here you are.
Breath. ¿Dónde queremos ir a... Drake's head. Spine. His tail. Breath. ¿No? Se me olvidó. Ahí fue como lo dice. Okay.
The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
Wow, más cosas que eran 5 años.
That broom's as ragged as a goat's locks.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
¿Dónde la caga, God?
Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honour of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day. Martel would have wanted the curse breakers to be the first to try her apples. I'm sorry to put you to the trouble, Sid.
It's not the ether.
Tienes razón, por ahí. Extraño porque pensé que era como hasta donde estaba harto. Pues están aquí. Creo que tomé la ruta larga, por allá. Por esta puerta. sí, pero no tenía conexión. Esta puerta ya tiene conexión ahí. Viendo como a nivel táctico no, pero a nivel funcional para el jugador sí. Revisamos esto un momento. ¿Qué era esto? Sí, lo que usted quiera. No sé como el personaje le escribió. ¿Qué? Ah, sí, ya tengo lo de Prosia. No, es que es todo el muro, no solo es espacio mueble. Ey. Pues si no, sí, porque eso está atado al site, pues no está toda la historia. O sea, si uno hace site, pues se encuentra con Ambrosia. O sea, es obvio que es Ambrosia, pero si uno no quiere hacer side quest y se los brinca, puede no tener a su chocó.
That room's as ragged as...
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Awesome.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
You think it's all right to touch him?
Pero está tan lejos. Cormac, está tan largo.
Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her? After all these years? I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for.
Hey.
They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Quest complete. ¿Cuánto de experiencia me dio? Creo que ya podemos avanzar.
Just look at her. Isn't Martel in fine fettle? What about young Boppimill here? He's got some work to do if he wants to catch up with his brother Kenneth.
Ahora tienen nombrecitos todos. Probablemente todos son gente que se murió.
It's the water.
What? Okay, vamos ahí o ahí. Olvida que voy a sostener.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing. And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Las patitas todas gordas.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past.
I know.
If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber. Kill!
It's over. All yours, Torgal. Torgal, kill!
Tenemos que ir.
Now, Torgal!
Come on.
All yours, Torgal! Stay down!
Ready, go? All right. Straight home now.
Now, Torgal!
Estatua. Vamos, Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia. Thanks, girl.
Puede ser un side quest. Extraño que esté aquí y no hay nada. Vamos a pie para matar a los monstruos esos que están ahí.
This won't be easy.
Timing de esta vara me cuesta un poco.
To me, Saints! Nice try. I needed that.
Realmente estaba más arriba y no más abajo. Me parece que hay algo que brilla aquí. Ah, para el agua. Eso se vende. La música de los chocos, pero es diferente. A ver, ¿dónde tengo que ir? Es que aquí había un puente, yo me vine para abajo y era por ahí arriba.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Those black thingies.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the millers, sir?
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Mejor.
I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on...
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Es verdad.
We're going hunting for outlaws.
Ah, Pedrito.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
But I am. Qué bonita.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highburn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
2 more left to join the garrison this very morn.
At this rate, there'll be none left to help with the harvest.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Goblin Call.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way.
Okay. Good. Ciao.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Estas rocas están súper bien.
Come on.
Parecen como... ¿Fría?
Run like the wind. This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Straight home now. Ever since the apothecary, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapsed?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. Enough!
Ya, pero vamos por aquí o vamos por acá. O sea que se ven como de mármol o así. Shields. Presa. ¿Dónde va?
Kill!
cajas. Ok. Es el otro camino, los dos conectan al mismo lugar. Hay enemigos.
Time to fight. Help me, boy.
Level up.
Flawless, but at least we won.
This one. Voy a estar parando cada rato para pelear con enemigos, mejor no saco a Rusia. Como vara. Sería un desperdicio, la verdad. ¿Cómo me curé? ¿Hay una poción o algo así? Qué raro. Ok, tengo que cruzar ese puente que probablemente tiene alguien al otro lado. Oh, está bien parado.
Blood, Clive.
¿Será?
And still wet.
Mucha. Ahí con el agua.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are.
Mage.
And still, you would bear your
Pues no son
steel.
nadie. Pues son
Why
nadie.
then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria. Stay down! Farewell.
Usurpadores. No de nadie.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
En hurry, pero primero vamos a investigar aquí que Gracias.
Ready, go?
Shields. Matar. Yo sé que tengo que ir allá abajo, pero a ver a dónde estoy. Allá hay más, yo quiero ir a matarlos. Pero seguramente me hacen venir para acá de nuevo. Mira, que no es con la historia.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
¿Qué es otra? Ah, yo, porque subí, porque me curaron y es que subí de nivel. Creo que Jet va más rápido que yo. Ambrosia está viejita. Casi tiene por lo menos 20 años. Por lo menos. No sé eso cálculo.
Be safe.
It's a trap.
Find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
respeta nada.
This was my mother's doing.
Sí, no, mamá, es que están...
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
Hay que ser un verdadero hijo de puta.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
No, tiene un rematazón aquí. Demasiado los muertos. Es bien fuertito y todo. Toxito. Un lugar feo para vivir. Parece que haya nada.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Faster!
That'll do, girl.
Hay gente viva.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed! Be gone!
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
You find no succor to the south travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
This is no time to ride.
Bueno.
Stay down! Stay down!
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us.
These are the main gates. Yeah.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy!
Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
No, get enough for
Fuck off!
Hang the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your sties!
Cut you down where you stand!
Just try it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Yo quería destruir eso. Podemos usar la fuerza. Supone que tenemos que escondernos, pero a mí me hace gracia que se escondan porque somos demasiado poderosos.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
That's it.
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
No.
As long as it is abandoned.
Probablemente no. Pero. Okay.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Yo intenté entrar por ahí primero.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Esto está cerrado y esperado. Correcto.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Como no quiero destruirlos.
Or not.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be.
Yes.
I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Perdón por matar a tus amigos.
We can speak inside.
Parece gracioso que acaba de hacer una matazón. Ah, no los mató, los dejó noqueados nada más. Ok. Convenientemente, esos no se murieron.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
Vas a morir. Sobreviviste una vez, pero ya no
And
vas a
we are
sobrevivir.
yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
18 años.
With pleasure, my lord.
No he envejecido nada, man.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
Oh, back up, man.
Sam?
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage.
No tienen mucho.
Of course, my lord.
Me olvidé.
As you wish, my lord. Will that be all? It has been an honor. Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord. It has been an honor. What is it you require?
Lo voy a vender Invictus, que no.
It has been an honor.
No sé por qué necesito equiparme cosas diferentes. Quería hacer que yo dije todavía no. Haciendo es otras cosas. Haciendo mi items. Quiero malgastar mis pociones. Sí. No. No salvado. Hace rato no salvo. Wait.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
70 muertos ahí. Vamos a pelear, señor.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Black or white? Let's go.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Yes. How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Run like the wind.
Gross, yeah.
Sideways.
Come along now.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Thanks, Gal.
El mage, primero.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Lo mataron de una vez. Quiero gastar mis ataques bonitos.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another Wyverns will find their battle for them. Help me, boy.
More dragons! Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point, that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
To keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Slow.
Nice try.
Ahora, lo que no me parece muy lento.
Yeah!
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Lena. Increíble que Wade quedó vivo. Pensé que se iba a morir. Adelante.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Esto para parar esas
Alright, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
Reconoce.
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Good plates.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother.
Pasaron 2 años.
All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
Not true.
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Ah, yo quería la otra.
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it.
Estaba pensando.
Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Necesito que nadie se muera. Finally, okay. Voy a salvar para parar porque ya está hizo casi 2 horas y no quería que se hiciera tan extenso. Here be monsters. Me gusta que todo tiene
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom.
referencias
But Vivian
literarias.
could probably make an educated guess.
De otros juegos anteriores. Pues, ok. Vamos a parar acá.